Fast Friday.
Start her up.
Hey guys, George here from GFW Trains. Since I'm on vacation, we won't be hosting the stream today, so we're going to have a friend of ours, TrainFinder Craig, host the stream for us at 7 p.m. Central Time. He's going to be showing a lot of cool stuff, including doing an unboxing of all the stuff that he got from the MTH auction, and he's going to be showing off the Command Control ZW that was a prototype for Lionel. We're going to be trying to pop in from Zion Canyon Lodge, but if we don't, we'll see you guys next time. Don't forget to check out his channel and for the stream, and the link for the channel will be down below. Bye-bye.
Fast Friday.
All right. Welcome to Fast Friday, everybody. So here we are, and we've got Corey from Mars Trains, and we've got
how you doing?
And Sean Conahay, aka Dakman Productions.
Hello, everybody.
And we are here in place of GW Trains, and Wally and George are out having an adventure, and we'll see if they check in with us. Hopefully they will. So I'm going to try and run the stream tonight. This is my first time ever running a live stream. I've only actually made one YouTube video. I was telling the guys. So we're going to see how it goes. But what we're going to do tonight is I'm going to do some unboxing of some pretty rare kinds of things. And also both Sean and Corey are actually going to run some of their trains. So we'll just see how fast they want to run them, and we'll go from there. So yep. I appreciate everybody joining, and we'll get it underway. So I think Corey is going to to start out. Corey has graciously agreed to kind of read out who's on the stream and give him a shout out as we go through this, and then once we do that, we'll go from there.
Yep. Well, first off, I'll speak for everyone here, but thank you for having me on. It's an honor to be on the first TrainFinder Craig live stream. So already we got a lot of people rolling in for what was it, Craig? You're at 314 subscribers. Someone said to you earlier. So growing by the clock, But first, I believe we have checking in was Slag Cat CNO Railroad. So saying hello to him. We got Ravenhawk 6910. We got Trainstorm Carter. We got the Robert Edward, Northeast Penn Productions. We got Sean, of course, Dakman Productions. We got, I already said Northeast Penn, but Northeast Penn, you get it again. We got Pete Clark from across the Great Pond. We got Harrison from North Country Trains. Let's see. Then rolling down, we got Golden Leaf Railroad. Hello. See, I go through this fast. See, like all the other guys, it takes feels like 30 minutes now.
Yeah, you do.
Get there, everyone. But I'm racing through it like it's Indy 500. Indy 500 of name calling.
Well, it is Fast Friday, right?
Yeah. There you go. If we can't really have train races, we got to do everything else fast.
That's right.
Anyways, after that, we got Catnuts, Southern Yankee Railroad swinging in, saying hello, train friends. Well, hello to you back. We got Mr. Pictovid saying Ed McCann. Wait, what? Oh, yeah, he says Dak is here. Let's see. We got Isaiah Hawkins. We got James Williams, a.k.a. Jim Williams from Dream Layouts. Hello, Jim. How you doing tonight? And I think that is – we got Phil. I feel like I'm going to butcher your last name. I'm so sorry, but Phil Seward. I think I got it right, but if I'm not, I'm sorry. But saying hi, everyone. Well, hi back. We're going to have a fun night tonight on Fast Friday. Trainstorm says, yeah, get Harrison there a little more. DNH representation tonight. We got, let's see, C Tate 62. We got LJL Rail Yard. And I believe, okay, Phil says I got it right. Awesome. So, yeah, that's everyone coming in. So, if you haven't already, please make sure to smash that thumbs up button and subscribe to Craig's channel because everyone else here is pretty new, I'd say. We got a lot of new people swinging in. This ain't the GFW stream, so probably most of you are probably not subscribed to Craig, so make sure you go do that as well as wait. I need to get used to how. Okay, so then go subscribe to Craig up there. then go subscribe to Sean right there. And then, on your way out, hit up our trades as well. But yeah, so Craig, if you're ready to get this unboxing stuff rolling, I think we're, there's the loop up there, but we'll get used to it eventually. But yeah, if we want to, let's get those boxes open. Oh, I can almost.
Okay. All right. Well,
I just got to do it. I got to do it. Wait.
Yeah, that's it. You're kind of holding them up there. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna give this a try. I'm gonna open up that box that's on top there. Is one that I actually got in the mail today. So I think I might put that aside. The one underneath it is some stuff that I got from the MTH auction. I think it was auction number 4, I think. So I'm going to open that up and see what we got there. And then without much delay, as I kind of get things ready to open, I'm going to have Corey run some of his trains. And then he's going to do a lot of that the first part of the stream. And then Sean's going to kind of kick in later on in the stream and run some of his stuff too. So we're going to switch back and forth. And if I can manage to do this. And so let me see if I can go over to there and do this now. So.
All right. So while Craig's doing that. Oh, yep. I can see that there.
I think that's it. So I'm going to go over there. So while I'm starting to open, Corey, go ahead.
All right. So looks like that's all we can see for the moment, but I guess we'll take a few seconds to introduce ourselves. I'll go first, and then Sean, if you'd like to follow up behind me. But my name is Corey from R's Trains. I've been doing YouTube for about 3. Oh wait, okay, there you go. So I've been doing YouTube for almost 3 years. Sean's been doing it a lot longer than I have, but I'm pretty freshly started. When the kind of in the hobby. I've always been into trains, of course, but haven't really started getting big into the O-scale world until about a few years ago. And I've come quite a far ways since, and I still got a long ways to go, of course, but I've had such a fun journey so far. Really, it's only begun, but made a lot of new friends, did a lot of videos, and it's kind of hard to talk to it. I'm not used to really describing myself that much, but I started a YouTube channel about 3 years ago called R's Trains. I can't really. Oh, well, you can see in the name right about there. R''S Trains. That's after my grandfather, Robert. That's what I named the channel after. But been doing YouTube for 3 years, of course. I've been doing model train videos and real life train videos. And it's such a blast. The people you meet and all the cool things you see, So I've been going not all across the country. I'm not like American Pickers or anything. I wish that'd be fun, just going around in an RV. Filming trains, but I'm based out of upstate New York, so I've been filming most trains around the capital region, and here and there I'll go to Pennsylvania, or recently I just went to New Jersey to visit my buddy Joey, and we filmed a lot of that New Jersey Transit action and all that Metro and Amtrak, so that was a lot of fun. And then here and there I'll go other places, but I have so much fun with this hobby, and there's just, again, so many great people in it, like everyone else on this stream here and everyone else in chat. So yeah, anyways, while Craig is doing that, looks like we're almost there. I'm not even gonna stand up to run trains because we're almost done right there. So Craig, if you want to give us any hints, I'll
tell you what, let me go ahead and let Sean, he's been around, and I'll let him go ahead and kind of talk about what he does and all the great things that he does too. So I'll just kind of have him do that, and then I'll actually show you some of the stuff that I took out of the box.
All right, hello everybody. Most of you already know who I am, but for those who are new to what I do, I'm Sean Conahey of Dakman Productions. I've been on YouTube since 2010. Originally, I got into I was O-gauge when I was as a kid. In 1976, I got my first O-gauge train. So I'm not new to O-gauge, but I got out of the O-gauge hobby, when I was in my teens and packed everything away. Then got back into the model train hobby in 2000 with G-scale. I did G-scale from 2000 to 2015, jumped back out of G-scale and got into O-gauge. In the meantime, I started Dakman Productions on YouTube in 2010, starting off with G-scale. Now I do G and O mainly, but I also do HO. I got N-scale videos, Z. I've done quite a few videos over the years, and the main goal of Dakman Productions was always to promote the model training hobby, to promote the model train clubs, and to promote the model train shows. That's what I originally intended for Dakman to do. And with the COVID shutdown, of course, things changed. I had to refocus on to my own O gauge layout, so everybody knows as Conahey Rail. But I bring my main goal is to bring train shows to those who can't go. For those who are either handicapped or shows are too far away. But the goal was to bring train shows to people who couldn't normally see something. These wonderful trains. In action. So I cover the New Jersey area, the East Pennsylvania area, Maryland, Delaware. I had a couple requests for New York, so we'll see how that goes. I plan on being at Mecca. I was invited to that show, so up in North Jersey. So I do want to go to. I've never been to a Mecca show, so I'm excited to go there. And so once again, it's just bringing the whole entire model train community together is what I try to do. Because I go to these shows and I go to clubs and I've been on Garden Railway tours, and wherever I go, I bring that footage to the viewers. And now I've done some rail fanning. I'm not really a rail fan person, but I went on a trip to Horseshoe Curve and I brought that footage back. But that's not something I go after exclusively. I'm mainly a go after the model train events. So if you're in any of them areas that I mentioned, you have a show going on or a club, just let me know and I'll see if I can get some photos of that. And I'm reading the chat as I'm going along here and get some videos. So yeah, everybody's talking about the Conrail celebrating their anniversary April 1st, and for those who know Conahey Rail, that's what I run is Conrail. So that is the one railroad that I do love, and I have quite a few different Conrail locomotives as well. So I do have my own layouts. I have what I call a high rail layout and a traditional layout, and some people get confused as what's a high rail layout and what's a traditional layout. And a high rail layout is one that's 3 rail. That's everything that's on there is to scale, 148 dimensions, true scale. And then my traditional layout, which is separate, and I'll probably run that tonight since Corey's running a traditional layout. I haven't run mine in a while, so I'll probably run my traditional layout too. And everything on there is semi-scale. And my Corey's got some nice stuff too. He's got a lot of post-war and stuff. But all my traditional trains are MPC era, which is basically 1971 to 85. It's kind of a neat history behind the MPC era. It was that year span where General Mills, a cereal company, actually owned Lionel. So it is very interesting. And Mr. Pictovid says Dakman is the Conrail connoisseur. That was a nickname PGH Train Fanatics gave me a while back because I was always saying this about Conrail and that, and I helped them out on the Lionel Conrail T1 review or on that model because that was something that almost really happened. The Lionel came out with the Conrail T1 steam locomotive, and that was a model that almost really happened. And cat nuts. I like to buy some of Dakman rolling stock. Well, there's still a few pieces left. It's been going pretty quickly. But I won't do a sales pitch on here. But there is some stuff available. How you guys making out back there? Mhm.
I had to get my. Oh, there I am. Had to get
Oh,
my
yeah.
my
still-
little 027 Conrail box car. That's the only Conrail thing I have. I know I gotta change that. I gotta change it for Sean. But yeah, so if Sean is the Conrail connoisseur, I don't know how to say that. I don't have any French or anything, but I gotta come up with the D&H term for me because I feel like I'm at the same level just with my D&H. But yeah, Craig, are we any closer to that special unboxing?
Yeah, we're getting close to that. And Corey, I'm sorry that when Sean talked, I had him on the main screen, but when you talked, I had you in a little corner. So I'm still learning this stuff. So, but yeah, I can maybe show a little bit of the unboxing stuff, and then I'll figure out which camera is the best camera to do it on. And then Corey, if you want to queue up some stuff and be ready to run some trains, we'll switch to you, and you can run some of your trains. How's that sound?
And I'm already gonna assume there's no HO allowed tonight, so we're gonna stay away from the little layout. But yeah, well, got all my trains ready to run. So whenever we're ready to, yeah, it tears it right. Yeah, but whenever we're ready to do that.
Okay, well, there are no rules. We may even have some other guests coming in. We just don't know. This is like live. This is like live TV. So if you want to do your HO stuff, that's fine too. I mean, you got a great little layout over there, so you can do whatever you want to do. All right?
No boundaries.
No boundaries. All right, so I'm going to try and see how this works. I don't know if you guys can see this.
Yep.
But that's basically if you bought something from the MTH archive, with every piece that you get something like this, okay? And on the back would be what that piece really is. So that's just one of the, I'm not sure which one this is. I got all the cards.
That's the reefer, yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, so when you do that, you get all those. And they're right now, MTH is on they finished their 7th auction, and now they're going to have their 8th. So I bought some stuff. As you guys all know, I bought the the showroom layout on the first auction, and I also bought some stuff there. But I'm going to wait to show what I bought when I bought the showroom layout to when I actually get that up and working. So what I want to show tonight is some of the things that I got in auctions after that. So let me try and stand up here and see if this is going to work. Let's see what we got here. So the one thing that I got were these really cool mugs. I don't know if you can see that, but they are the 30th anniversary. I'm not sure how you say this. Sam Hangza Company Limited mugs.
Yeah, that sounds all right. That looks awesome.
Yeah, and I do believe that MTH has some of those left if you're interested in those on the 8th auction. So I got like a couple of these. So there's that one and this one as well.
Oh yeah.
Some pretty cool stuff. So I got some mugs. Yeah. The other stuff that I got in this batch anyway, I don't have any, as you guys probably know, I don't have any standard gauge trains. Well, then I still don't really. All I have is all the standard gauge stuff from the MTH layout. But I did find this is a prototype painted caboose, just the shell and stuff. And as you can see, I don't know if you can see these numbers, but there's numbers on the bottom of them, which pretty much is consistent with anything from MTH or Lionel that are prototypes. And so you can see that. But I did get this. I thought it was pretty cool. I just love the red and the green Christmas colors. So I got that. And I won't take all these out of the boxes, but what I also got was a crane car. If you guys can see
There
that.
you go. Yeah, that looks nice.
Yeah, that's right. Now all these are prototypes. So
is that CN? It's kind of hard to make out there.
yeah, it's a
Yep.
CN 3353. Yep.
So these are prototypes that never made it production. That's what these are.
Well, some of them are prototypes that never made it into production. Some of them are prototypes that actually did make it into production.
Oh.
But yeah. So that's that one. Also, there's now this is, I guess, in the box upside down. I guess live TV, right? But it's the ACL Atlantic Coastline car. We got the tag here. Some of the stuff, it's really kind of, as you can see, there's like all these numbers and things that, they do this with the prototype stuff. And some of these are prototypes. Some of them are engineering samples. Some of them are, paint samples, those kinds of things. But that's that one. All right.
I like the red trucks on that. I always love when the trucks kind of match the color of the box car. I think that's really cool. But yeah, I think that's what I love a lot about that prototype stuff is all like the numbers and all the this and the paint samples and all that. I think that's what makes that piece really unique. That's kind of like I have a poster it's an Alco poster. Well, it's like a blueprint, like a paint blueprint poster, So if it's of a Delaware and Hudson, I think it was an RS11, and it has all the the certain types of paints they would use on this and that. So there you go. Wait, this stream it's not sponsored by Coca-Cola, but we would like it to. Anyways, but yeah, it's just so cool. I love all the extra stuff, especially the caboose. I think that thing, even though it's missing, even though it really can't run, I think all those little things and the fact it was and oh look, it's floating through. Oh wow,
it can fly.
Do my eyes deceive me?
But accusing me of drinking iced tea. I do not drink iced tea.
Oh, I don't have iced tea either. We're breaking the tradition tonight. Oh wait, GFW is swinging in, saying hello everyone from Zion Lodge. We have awful service here, but I just picked up some service for a moment. Don't know how long it'll last. Well, hi and bye, just in case if you guys dipped out. But yeah, we're doing the. I'm not sure what you would. Well, this is Fast Friday, but it's the alternate Fast Friday.
There you go.
Yeah.
Like alternate reality Fast Friday.
Yeah, there you go. You can kind of call it that.
So I got one more thing that I want to show, and then I'm going to turn it over to Corey to do some train running. But there's I don't know if you can see this. It's a Pacific fruit.
Yeah.
Now this thing weighs a ton. I can't believe
it says die cast.
It's all die cast. And one of the reasons that I wanted to get one of these was I don't have any die cast cars. So, and I can't believe when I just opened this up, I think this weighs more than all the other cars combined.
Really?
So yeah. So there's
Do you know how long that they made this run of cars die cast? Because I don't see them that often.
Well, I do know right now that I'm actually, if you guys want to check out on eBay, Ready to Roll Trains, who I got to know when I started to try and figure out how I was going to pick up the MTH layout. They actually built it, and they actually have a set of these right now on eBay that are prototypes that I'll give you guys a hint if you guys go out there and look. Ready to Roll Trains. I was thinking about buying them, but if you want to scoop up some cars that they have, those are prototypes too. So it wasn't through the MTH auctions, but it was stuff that MTH has given them over the years, and they had that out there too. So, yeah. So those are like, I think some of them come in like 4-packs actually.
Wow.
So yeah, cool stuff.
Man, you could get a good day's workout just lifting that 4-pack
of
die-cast cars up and down.
So
I can only imagine a poor locomotive that's got to pull them.
Oh yeah, you're gonna need something post-war, something big and modern. Nothing else in between is gonna work.
Right. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna turn over the show to Corey and let him run his Fast Friday trains. And
all right.
So take it away, Corey.
So anyways, Craig said do something random tonight for theme-wise. So I decided I would do all my favorite trains, and that's really hard. I know all of us here. It's hard to pick your favorite train because then you have like one that's like, oh, I got to include this one though because it's still just as good. So I have an honorable mention siding, which I'll show off in just a sec. But let me see if I can flip my camera. Nope, that hit it. Camera mic. It's not as fast as just going through YouTube. And if I go to back camera, that should be good. So I'm running a lot of NPC tonight because NPC is just a great era. And I'm not trying to, I don't know, but anyways, yeah, I'm just running a lot of NPC. So because a lot of my favorite trains tend to be NPC. But anyways, first I have my Blue Comet set 8801. It's got the entire set, but that's currently in the tunnel. So I'll be running that. That is probably my most special train in the collection because my grandfather bought this thing brand new in 1978, and he'd had it ever since. And him and I shared many memories of running that thing around his layout. And then I think it was Christmas of 2009. He gave it to me. So now I'm carrying on the tradition of the Blue Comet. In fact, I don't know where yeah, here's the picture. So that's him and I running the Blue Comet right there. So
Wow,
very
that's cool.
special locomotive. So then anyways, in the tunnel here, kind of just hidden away, we have my... Oh, there you go. First derailment of the night. It can't be a stream without a derailment, or at least with me on. So we have my 681 turbine. It's by far my most favorite post-war locomotive, just because it's so simple, yet it's like a big, powerful steam locomotive, you know? So the 681 is just a fantastic polar, even though I overpaid for this guy quite a bit. I paid $200 and it wasn't working. I know that's pretty bad, but it's still, I got it all fixed and now it's my best worker by far. So going to be running him. And up here we have my Lionel MPC. I believe it was the Empire State Express set. So that has that's the original set right there. And then you have your New York Central Hudson 8600. So I believe that's one of my first Lionel trains. My grandfather gave me a bunch all at the same time. So it's kind of hard to say what is it. Am I coming out fine, guys? I feel like my audio might be a little wonky.
No, you're coming up fine.
All right, good. So yeah, this is, I just go and say this one's my first train set. So yeah, running that up there. And I've ran that thing so many times and I'm surprised it's still not let me down. In fact, the fun story behind that is I go over here onto the Edition, which is far from complete, but I had lost the locomotive for years. And it was one, I don't know, day in the summer of 2018 as I was starting up my YouTube channel. I found the locomotive in a garden tools box. And I'm like, oh shoot, it's probably dead. So I put it on the tracks and it worked like the day it was new. It lit up and everything. It smoked fine. And for being in a little garden bin or whatever with all those other tools for who knows how long, that's a testament to how well those old Lionels work. So anyways, on the inner loop here, we have a very special locomotive. I haven't done the video on it yet, but this is my grandfather's original Lionel 259E he got for Christmas, I believe, when he was a boy in the 1930s. So it's an honor to have this train back, and it's probably the second most special piece in my collection because that, I think, is the train that started it all. My grandfather had never gotten that train. I probably wouldn't be here today, so that train holds a very dear and special place in my heart. And then anyways, over here, we have that honorable mention siding I was talking about with my, what was the, Sean, do you know the era that came after MPC? I keep forgetting. It's like a modern era, but not quite. I can't remember what era that was.
Yeah, I know what you mean. The JLC era, Joshua Lionel Kelvin era.
Yeah, I guess. I'll just say it's 90s. But here we have my 90s DNH RS3. We have my MPC Burlington Northern U23, I believe. We have my glorious MPC 611. I think one of the best steamers made of that era. Just a fantastic piece. We have my Lionel reproduction Red Comet here. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful locomotive. I love streamliners so much, especially template ones. And then we have my Lionel 2353 Santa Fe post-war F3 unit. So yeah, anyways, let me get running some trains since that's what we're here for.
Go for it.
Yeah. Oh wow, that's nice.
Yeah, so the freight cars, I don't have much. Let me hold this here. So the freight cars, I don't have much reproduction. Well, yeah, these are reproduction. I don't have any very original pre-war stuff besides the few locomotives. So I'm going to have to hunt for a while to rebuild its original set. But still, I think it looks really nice, especially with the Red Comet's passenger cars. The little 259E just, I don't know, it's a little shining star. Anyways, let's get running the Blue Comet, everyone's favorite.
Corey, Trainstorm says you have to wear your bunny suit on Sunday.
Oh yeah. Everyone. I'm not sure how to hint it, but I've got something in store. Not gonna say
Yeah.
what, but
I'd like to say I contributed to that.
yeah, you did. Craig may have caused what could be a disaster next spring. Oh yeah, it's not coupled. Yeah, it always takes a minute to get these things going. Why?
So
Like
if you
I
guys hear
said,
noise in the background, I'm trying to open some of these other boxes. So
I can barely hear you anyway, so it ain't gonna
Okay.
make no problem to me.
Nice.
So for those of you who haven't really seen my layout before, this is my, wait, I gotta get way back. This is my big O-scale layout. I just recently put an addition onto it, but it can run 4 trains at once, which isn't much, but I'm a huge scenery kid. I love scenery so much. So I really want to jam pack as much as I can to make the layout feel as real as possible. So I'm going to be tying in all of this summer upstate New York scenery onto this side of the layout. But yeah, anyways, I'll let the trains roll around.
Now, you mentioned on your last Sunday Runday stream that the Blue Comet actually crashed.
Yeah, the real life Blue Comet. I'm not sure what year it was, but I think it was 1935, Sean. But how it worked was Blue Comet. Well, actually, I don't know too much about the wreck, but the Blue Comet. All I know is I believe it was highballing and it just flew off the tracks and terrible wreck. And there was only, I think, 2 passenger cars that survived the wreck at all, and the locomotive was completely destroyed. And I think that was the end of the Blue Comet passenger train as a total. So I have to do more research on that, of course, but it definitely has a very interesting history.
Yeah, I didn't realize that until you mentioned it when I was watching the replay of your Sunday run. Sunday run day.
And I bet a lot of people also don't know about 611's big wreck. Or I'm not sure if it was 611 or 610, but I believe it was one of the two, but it went off. Can't remember the location either, but it just flew down the river and on, like, very close to the water on its side. So the thing was so badly wrecked. Yeah, Norfolk Western was like, well, we don't have another one of those, so we might as well just fix it. So they were able to rebuild 611, I'm assuming this is 611. It might not be, but one of the J classes. All right, it is. Wow. So yeah, they rebuilt it.
I did read that story. It was 611 that got wrecked and they rebuilt it. Yeah, Train Fan says it was 611. She was flying and flew off an embankment.
Yeah, that was crazy. I saw pictures of that. And I'm like, if that took place today, they'd just scrap it immediately. Be like, we don't need it.
Yeah. How long did it take you to build this layout that we're looking at, Corey?
So originally, for those of you who've been following my channel for a while, this half never existed. You can see the line where the old layout was, but it took this layout it took 2 years to build, but I really was only actively building it for 1 year. Well, I didn't plug the station in. So for 1 whole year of its life, the thing was pretty much sitting with nothing on it, just besides 1 loop of track. It was originally supposed to be all post-war, and I'm kind of happy I didn't go that way, just because it was going to be a very dull post-war layout. Oh yeah, there you go. There's your shot right there. But anyways, what was I saying? But it was only going to be 1 loop of track on a 12x7, which would be very, I don't know, that'd be wasting a lot of space, and I was only going to have 1 little siding, and that would be it. So my parents pushed me to come up with a better track plan. So I'm like, you know what? Fine, I'll put on as much as I can. So I came up with this original track plan here. And then not too long ago, I believe right after Christmas it was, my parents are like, okay, you know what? Since the basement's pretty much all yours at this point, they let me expand the layout. So now I have this bit here. So the outer loop continues. I have a little yard over here. The loop the 259 is currently on is going to be a commuter line. So I'll have kind of like your little New Jersey Transit station over there. And it'll look very New Jersey Transit, of course. And then this line here is going to be elevated and it will come up to the upper loop. So I can run a train from pretty much anywhere in the layout. So it's going to be a lot of fun. I got a long ways to go because I'm currently working on the HO layout, which I'll get to a little later. But yeah, I tell you, O scale is just it's so much fun. People always nag at you being like, 3 rails. Who likes 3 rails? And I'm like, hey, I do. But I just find it so much fun, you know? It's kind of like, I'm not sure how to describe it. It's really hard, but it's kind of like always having, I guess, your childhood dreams. I don't know. I guess I can't describe it. I'll think of the words later. But yeah, it's something you can't describe. But I don't know. It's such a big love for this stuff. That's why I love trades so much. It all started from here. So yeah, I'll go back over here. Actually, wait. Everyone talks about how good the layout looks in the night. So for those, I can't see YouTube chat at all right now. But while that's doing that, I'll run the
You're
train.
fine. I'm watching it for you.
Sean, could you say that again? I couldn't hear you.
Oh,
I said I'm watching the chat for you. You're good.
All right, thank you.
yep. I'm watching again too. After I got peanuts all over my wife's kitchen floor from those boxes. This might be my last stream ever, but I love the night scenes. It's so cool.
Yeah, I do like that myself.
Yeah, looks like the headlights of the 8600 went out. Got to fix that.
Yeah, it reminds me of when I used to run post-war trains around the Christmas tree back in the it's been in the early 70s. I had some post-war, and I just loved it. Just the lights of the post-war. I think the lights of the post-war is just absolutely the best at night.
Mm-hmm. I agree. But just lights and model trains. Yeah, so there's going to be another whole little town on the other half of the layout. So it'll have buildings like these, of course. It'll have street lights and station lights and a few neon signs. And then the yard will be lit up as well, like your average rail yard. So a lot more lights to come, but that's what I love. And I'm not sponsored by Woodland Scenics or anything, but I think they did such a great job with these Just Plug lights, because I was going downtown through city the other night, and I was just thinking how much the actual city looked like my layout. Like the lights look exactly like how you see them here. So I'm not sponsored by Woodland Scenics, but you guys did a great job with these. Oh yeah. So people commonly miss this, but they never know there's a little gas station back here.
Oh yeah. Is that a Menards?
Yes, it is. I love Menards so much. They do such a fantastic job. But I don't know what year it is, but it's a relatively older Menards Wally Shell station. So let me see if I can get a better view of it.
Yeah, and I love the autos. I think I told you this before, Corey. The autos and the lights in the autos. I think that just really adds to it when you've got automobiles that have like lights at night and stuff like that. It just
it looks so nice.
Yeah.
Let me go to the other side real quick just so I can get a better view.
Slagcat has a question for TrainFinder Craig. When do you plan on starting a train room?
What am I planning on starting a train room?
Yeah.
As soon as I can take all those pieces that I got from the MTH showroom layout and actually start getting them back together. So I will tell you, though, that it has actually begun, and it is going to be put back together. And I'm going to start with I don't know, for those of you that are familiar with the showroom layout from MTH, there's a figure 8 part of it that was one of the features on there. I'm actually going to start with the figure 8, and then I'm going to expand it from there. So Jim, and I can't remember his last name now, but he was on he was on a Fast Friday not too long ago. I've been talking with him too. And see if he can help me maybe jumpstart this. So, yeah. Then I won't have to like recruit other people that have real trains to run. So I was so scared because when I told Wally and George I do this, I'm thinking to myself, that's going to be a slow Friday, not a fast Friday. If it's just so I'm so glad that Corey and Sean jumped in and are running trains and stuff for me tonight. So they really came to my rescue. And believe it or not, I don't know if I said this already, but George and Wally and I just decided yesterday that I would do this stream. So all this has come together within like 24 hours, and I just really appreciate it. So very nice.
Yeah. Anyways, I'll go over to the HO layout real quick, just so I don't take up much time.
Oh, yeah.
Don't worry,
Yeah.
It's small. I can get around it in 1 minute.
That's good. Go for it.
And then that's another thing. I'm sure you guys know, or have spotted a lot. But one thing my fans always talk, and that's weird. You know how weird it is to say fans? Like I have fans or something. But anyways, one thing people always note about is like the various railroad antiques I have around the basement. They'll ask like, "Oh, where'd this and that come from?" So another thing that got me big into trains was somehow American pickers. So here and there when they'd go picking, they'd come across railroad stuff and I'd go nuts for it. So I acquired a huge love for railroad antiques. So like, the lanterns, all the signs, like, the derail, all these little, oh, there you go. There's another thing of Conrail. These are actually super, super cool. I believe these are drink coasters. So they're all that. Dang it. This would have been perfect for Sean. I feel so bad now. But there's all these different little, I don't know, there's a lot of cool stuff in there. But there's like Conrail stuff, got my New York Central, I don't know, just a lot of other railroad antiques. And that's what the thing I always preach is everything has a story. So if you can try to preserve the story, or at least just how you got it and the memories you have with it. But just imagine the story behind these crossbucks. Like, I believe 6-footers came from or at least metal ones came from the late days of steam. So imagine all the cool trains that crossbuck probably saw. So anyways, moving over to the HO layout. So the reason I've been so distracted with the O-scale layout is I'm working on my little 4x6 HO layout, which is modeled off the Delaware and Hudson, of course, since that's my favorite railroad ever. So this railroad, this is DCC HO, of course, and I'm going to be able to split it in half and bring it to train shows. So it's going to be a lot of fun. And already I've met so many cool people who've told me stories about how this layout already brings back memories of the days they were on the D&H and just the towns they used to see the D&H in and all that stuff. So this is going to be modeled in mid-1970s off the fall of upstate New York. Oh, the fall, not the downfall of upstate New York, but the fall season of upstate New York. But yeah, it's gonna be so much. It already is so much fun. I'm gonna get tons of work over this since I'm on my spring break now. But yeah, all my fans always talk about how, or at least the HO ones, Harrison, if you're still there, I know you want to see this thing so bad in person. But yeah, all my fans talk about how they're looking forward to seeing this, especially in person when I bring it to train shows. I don't know how far I'll go with it, but I know I'll have this layout for quite a long time. So it'll be honestly a lot of fun to go around, I guess, touring with the Littleville D&H layout. And that yes, I know it's a bad pun, people, please forgive me, but it's called Littleville, Littville. You can see on the station right there, Littleville. So Littleville and Little D&H. But anyways, yeah, I guess that's my little, and then of course I have so much more train stuff. Shelves are all mixed and matched right now because everything's everywhere. I was trying to get ready for this stream on time, but yeah, and then of course more trains. I got to get more Glenn Snyder. Love Glenn Snyder. Love you guys. Great shelf makers. But yeah, I got to get me some more Glenn Snyder shelves to display even more stuff because right now everything's it doesn't have a home, I guess. But anyways, yeah, I guess that's my little train running session. So anyways, back to our chat.
I noticed a comment from North Country Trains that made me kind of chuckle, but he says he was responding to somebody. He says, I think Corey sold his layout to Wally for a couple GG1s.
I don't have room for any more, so. Harrison,
Cool
out
stuff,
of all
Corey.
people.
Appreciate
Harrison.
Yeah. I appreciate running your trains, Corey. That was awesome. And don't forget, you got that on your HO on Facebook, right? So
Yes, I do. I have a little Facebook page. Okay, now I feel too bad. I'm plugging everything here, but
you can
I
plug
have a
away.
little.
Plug away.
I have all the outlets to plug into, but I have a little Facebook page. If you are interested, I need to make one for the O scale ladder. A lot more people are into that, But I have a little Facebook page called Littleville on the Little DNH. So that's LITTLEVILLE on the Little DNH. So Littleville on the Little DNH. That's where I'll be posting progress on the layout, new stuff I get to the collection, or just other things I'm doing involving the layout. So definitely over break, that page is going to get a lot of exercise, with a lot of all the different stuff I plan to do. I plan to do a lot coming in the future. Lots of scenery work. I plan to get all the lights in, of course. Plan to get all the track ballots in and most of the scenery in. So pretty much the layout's going to look a lot closer to done coming soon. But anyways, yeah, that's that. So let me
How do you balance out your HO and O gauge? I mean, how do you, because I know you're trying to do your extension or addition to your O gauge, but then you're trying to finish off your HO. I don't know how you do it.
I don't know how I do it either. It's a mystery to me. But so how it works, I guess, is when when I'm waiting on something, I'm doing something else. I don't know. It's so hard, but like for example, if you've been following my channel for quite a while, many of my subscribers can note me not raging, but getting very angry how I didn't have an 048 switch in. So while I'd be waiting for something to ship in, I'd be working on the HO layout. Or while I was waiting for something on the HO layout to go on, I'd be working on the O scale layout. So, but really it's not quite balanced because I want to get the HO layout done since I'm going to be headed to college not too far from now. I'm not going to be going that far away from college, but just to get the layout done, just so I can tour train shows by the end of this year, because that'd be a lot of fun. That's what I really want to do. Sean, you totally got to hit up the Amherst show in Springfield, Massachusetts. Love that so much. I'm not sure if I'm going to bring the layout there, but many other smaller train shows in upstate New York, I'd love to bring it to, and just love to see people's reactions, because what really kind of got me into the more train show thing is not long ago, and sadly it's all dismantled now, but I made a little 4x6 Lionel post-war layout, and I really don't know what inspired me to do it. I'm not sure what it was, but I'm like, I'll build a little 4x6 layout I can take apart. And it was, of course, same dimensions as the HO one. I don't know why I went with 4x6, but hey, too late to go back now. I can't add on to it or anything. But actually, I could do modules with it. But I built that layout for a little town in Salem, New York, by the Batten Kill Railroad, and it's an old DNH station. And I brought it in, and it was a go meet and greet with Santa Claus. So they had like the line that would go through the door, through the ticket booth, and into the waiting room, or yeah, that's what you pretty much call it. And the kids would pass by my little train layout in an original Delaware and Hudson train station to go meet Santa Claus. And I have the video. I don't know it was 2019. If you want to go watch it, be my guest. But it was just, I don't know what it was. It was something so heartwarming to see. Like, you could barely see the kids too. You'd see them over the table, just kind of seeing their eyes gleam as they're watching the little 681 run around. And it was, I don't know, it was something about it that just made me feel so warm inside, seeing that while they may not be into trains, they still loved watching the trains go around. And that, I think it kind of gave me a little bit of hope that the hobby's not gone or anything. I don't think it's really going downhill. I think it's thinning a little, but I don't know. It was just so fun. So I really wanted to make a HO layout and bring it to the train shows where a lot of guys who like the DNH and all that stuff would, I don't know, just come up to the layout. I'd really want to just see I don't know, that's kind of about it. It's not really about my personal interest. Well, it of course kind of is, but really I'm just kind of building it to see what other people think about it and see the stories they share. Well, okay, I'm sorry, I'm kind of going on here, but just one locomotive I have on my HO layout. I was just showing some pictures of some guy, and he was just telling me all these cool stories that he had with that exact, of course, the real life one, not the HO one, but had with that exact locomotive. And it was just kind of so cool to see people reminisce on the good old days, But yeah, that's that. So it's just a lot of fun. I can't wait to bring, but maybe I can do both, but I can't wait to bring that HO layout out. I know I can't bring the O gauge layout. That would be the one I'd love to bring to train shows. Could you imagine this thing all set up? But yeah, anyways, yeah, that's that. So yeah. I don't know what happened. I'm lost. I can't find the meat anymore.
Oh,
Yep.
oh, there you go. You got it.
You're good.
Okay, I'm back. Okay.
So Heath from Human City Junction was wondering if you're going to get a D&H GG1.
I'm not sure if those those don't exist. D&H never had one, but Heath, if you want to paint one up and send it on over, be my guest. I'll gladly run it around. That would be cool though.
Yeah. GFW Trains, we are having a great time. It is so beautiful. Oh, that's cool that they're having a good time out there.
Yeah. So GFW Train. I haven't seen you guys try and get into the stream. I think you might be having some internet problems, or can listen in or whatever. But
yeah, he mentioned.
Oh, go ahead.
He mentioned earlier in the chat he can hear the chat, but he can't get the video.
Okay.
So
well, I was wondering how good the Wi-Fi was in George's tent. So that's the first thing I was going to ask him, if he could actually get onto the stream. But no, okay. So hopefully, if you guys find it, if you guys are hearing this, you guys find a way to connect in. You got the link and stuff. Come on in. So, but Corey, I really appreciate you coming on and showing us your trains, your O gauge and your HO, gauge layouts and stuff. That's really cool. I really appreciate that. So I think what I'll try and do now is maybe go over and look at the next batch of unboxing things that I have to show. And then after that, probably switch it over to Sean for him to run some of his trains. So let's see if I can do this.
Maybe get set up.
Okay. So I'm going to go. All right. There's my, there's the same spot in my kitchen, my wife's kitchen, I should say. And what you're seeing here is I actually, while you were talking, Corey, I unboxed a whole bunch of the auction, the MTH auction that I got, a whole bunch of not so much trains, but library material and hopefully some good kind of prototype documentation that I've kind of been looking for, but I don't know what it is yet. So I'm going to just start to open those up and we'll see what we have. There's going to be a lot of pricing guides, books, magazines, stuff like that. So that was pretty much what that auction was. I think it was auction 5 or maybe 6. But I'm just going to open those up and see what I have.
And again, folks, we have 30 people here. Awesome. If you haven't already, though, make sure to smash that red subscribe button and hit that thumbs up if you haven't already.
Oh, yeah. Let me turn this down. There we go.
Okay. And I also have an engineering picture that I want to show you guys too as part of this that I think is really, really cool. So I'll open up this stuff on the table first, and then I'll do that quickly. And then I'm going to show you something that came from the engineering archives at MTH that, again, I haven't seen yet, but I'm looking forward to showing everybody. So I'm going to go do that right now. All right, so the first batch of stuff is a whole bunch of pricing guides, things like that. They're all like, and they're all archived things from the MTH library. So there's all kinds of different ones. Some of them I think are duplicates too, but as you can see, this is where the tag was from the MTH library. So I'm going to put those down over here. Just some things like that kind of stuff. So not too interesting, but there's all kinds of stuff here. And let's see what we got here. Yeah, again, I bought these. Actually, these were all in one. I didn't buy these like individually. they were actually all in one auction piece from the MTH auctions. So there's a bunch of all kinds of different guides and stuff, a lot of old stuff that they had in their library when they were planning for what they were going to do. Wow. Holy moly. Some really heavy books. Some auction kind of books. So there was a whole bundle of this stuff too. Kind of show these a little bit. And all these, like I said, all these came from the MTH library. This kind of stuff. Because one of the things that I need to do is I need to go back and learn a lot more about toy trains and model trains and stuff, because it's been a while since I've really dug into it. That too. So, and there's going to be a whole bunch of other books.
You've got a lot of reading to do.
Yeah. So and these came in like these cost like, I don't know, it was like amazingly cheap. I'm not sure, why it was, but these were all like part. I think there was like 2 auctions. I don't think all these books cost more than like 15 or 20 bucks. So
wow,
what the heck? They're from the MTH auction and the library and stuff. So I'm not even going to go. Oh, wow. All these are hardback. I didn't even realize that. Hardback stuff. And I'm trying to get to the really cool stuff. But that stuff. That right there. And that too. So.
Oh yeah.
So okay. So let's see. Oh yeah. Here's some MTH guides and stuff. Some of these are signed by Mike Wolf, so I'll figure that out later. But that's kind of cool. Again, my entire new library of my goodness. I was wondering why that box is so heavy. Some of these are duplicates too, so I might actually, see what I can do with some of them. But
toys for the wow.
Yeah, toys from. Yeah, all these. The neat thing about these is all this stuff is what MTH had to look at what they were going to make and stuff. Like this has like excerpts and different things in it. That stuff there. And
Keith wants to know if you have a plan for all these books.
well, I'm sorry, what?
Heath from Human City Junction would like to know if you have a plan for all these books.
Basically to learn a little bit. File them away.
That's the whole point.
You might even see a few of them on eBay. I don't know.
That's where the Mike Wolf ones are going.
There's that.
And all these came from the MTH sale, correct?
Yeah, this was right. So they all it was the auction that they really didn't auction off a whole lot of trains. It was all engineering, drawings, photographs, postcards, books, and all that stuff. So yeah. So here's the next thing that I'm going to open up here. Not sure. Oh, here we go. Now I'm not going to probably be able to go through all this, but here's the real thing that I was looking for from MTH and their auctions. This is a bundle of paper, but
Wow, that's so cool.
it's I don't know if you can see that, but
Whoa.
interesting. There is all this stuff, and I'll probably do a whole video on all this stuff, but this is all the documentation from MTH and how they drew out and did all their prototypes and stuff like that. So that's really the one that I was looking for there. mean, you can see there's folders, and well, let's see if I can. Again, this is the first time I'm looking at it, so there's paint schemes, different things. You can see like this was sent to MTH back when. And let's see what's inside here. Who knows? But I might be able to come across some cool stuff or not, but we'll see. Oh, here we go. Huh. There you go. Look at that.
Oh, wow.
Wow, that's cool.
And then you got this. You got that. And then what I think we'll see is one of these kind of things.
Oh man, you gotta get that frame. That looks so cool. There's something about those blueprints, just the way they look, that looks so cool.
Well, just wait. I've got something really cool coming up.
Oh boy.
So this I've got a whole ton. I mean, I've got, as you guys can see, I've got a whole stack of this kind of stuff. So I'm not going to show it all tonight, but we'll have to figure out what to do with that. And then, oh, that's not enough. Here's a whole other stack, which is all part of the same auction, by the way, or the same auction piece.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, it was. So there's that in there. Well, I guess there's calendars or something. Okay. But there's more. You see, these are all the folders, and they're from their filing cabinets, right? So if you open this up, you can see just all kinds of stuff.
Oh, man.
What they were doing and all that, and all kinds of specifications and different things. Which I thought was so cool that I just had to get it. And for those of you who are wondering how much that cost, I think it was like $50.
Wow. Isaiah says he needs those books.
So I've got, so this is what I have to go through. This whole pile of stuff that was just one auction item. And I don't know, that's kind of what I like to do. So we'll have to see what I find in there, but that's kind of a sample. So let me try and bring up one more thing here. And then we're going to get Sean going with his layout. Wow, a lot of stuff. More stuff than I realized. So here's something.
Oh, that already looks so good. I don't know what it is, but
So I'm going to have to get this open to see. I'll show you guys.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm gonna take a leap here, but Craig, I imagine this, with all this unboxing stuff, this means no more birthday or Christmas or anything stuff for a few more years, right? No more presents, no more gifts.
For me, you mean?
Oh yeah, that's quite a picture of box in there.
Well, I'm kind of a self-funding Christmas kind of guy. So.
There you go. Never have to worry about it again.
Now here's something really cool. I don't know if you guys can see it yet. It's part of this whole thing. Corey, you were talking about the engineering stuff, but this is pretty cool. This is a fully framed. I don't know if you guys can see it all, but
yeah,
Dreyfus.
Engineering schematic from MTH they use for the New York Central 464 kind of thing. So
man, that
was kind of
cool.
My best thing. It's like a cross between that and the all that documentation. I think that documentation is going to be pretty cool when I look through all of it. But this was cool too. So that is that. So
Craig, while you're at it, you might as well just buy a museum. We got to make the MTH museum at this point.
Well, maybe.
He's got it in his mind.
Well, I can't afford to buy a museum, but I can always take donations.
Hey, yeah. If somebody here is kind
Well, of course, I
enough
have
donate,
to get monetization going. I'm a lot of users away from that, so
if
well,
somebody here is kind enough to donate $100,000, be Craig's guest.
yeah. Well, you could. Well, yeah. So here's just for a second. I want to show you guys something. I don't know if you guys can see. Let me move this back to me a second. Something else I wanted to show you guys tonight. Talk about shameless plugs. But if you guys take a look at the scrolling bar at the bottom of the stream there, let me roll it across one more time and I'll take it off. But this is what's coming soon with the TrainFinder.com platform. Those are all the domains that we have that we are going to be launching and in some cases relaunching here by this fall. And I think it's a fairly good list of good stuff. Every single one of those things is absolutely free to use, free to look at, all that kind of stuff. So it's just one of those things that's coming this fall. But I've got to get that layout, that MTA showroom layout up first, and then I can focus more on this. But anyway.
How big is this MTH layout that you got?
Well, it was 16 by 16 square, but it was built like it was built. You could park a car on it. I mean, it was all steel underneath it, and
Wow.
I'm gonna have some more videos coming out where I show everything on the underneath the layout and how we tore it down and how we pieced it out. I made my son Jacob, who I refer to him as TrainFinder Jacob, but he's in college right now, and it's Friday night, so he just wasn't into coming on the stream. But I tried to get him on, but he went out there and helped me tear it down. But yeah, so it was 16 by 16, and I did get it cut up really, really nice to where I can put it back together in some way, shape, or form here. So that's going to be starting very soon. So
No, okay.
yeah. So anyway, that was exhausting. So anyway, without any further ado, what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it over to Sean and let him do his stuff. All right, so there you go, Sean.
Okay, first thing you gotta do is bring my camera up from the basement, my DAC phone.
Oh, okay, I think I see it. I think I'm going to add that in.
And that's what I'm going to be using to.
Man, that's a lot of different angles.
Yeah. So you want me to put that on full screen?
Yeah, that way everybody can
DAC
see it.
cam?
Mm-hmm.
Right. Okay. Here we go. The DAC cam.
Yes, and it looks like I gotta adjust it a little bit. So hang on, everybody.
So as he's doing that, you guys, there's a couple other things that are going to be on the stream a little later on. So don't go away. I've got that ZWD transformer from Ron Milner, who was the inventor of TMCC, that TMCC, Train Master Command Control. I've got those in the boxes that haven't been opened yet either. So it'd be pretty cool to see what the heck that is. And then I've got a mystery thing that came in the mail today. I might open up too. So,
Oh, cool.
anyway, I don't want to digress. Sean, take it away. I want people to. I'm kind of teasing, you know.
Yeah, that's fine. So since Corey ran his MPC, sort of like inspired me to run mine. For those who don't know, I have Conahay High Rail, and then I have Conahay Rail Traditional. This is my traditional layout that you're looking at. Everything on here is all MPC era. Currently, on the upper loop, I have what I call my Pennsylvania Flyer. I bought that locomotive brand new in 1988. That was like Lionel's cutting edge to sounds. So that's got the rock tumbler in there.
Oh, I love those.
Yeah, and that's a spoker. So that was one of the last trains I bought before I packed everything up and went on my merry little way to car shows, but that's another story. And then on the bottom, we have one of my more famous known trains that I call the Emerald Express. That was not a real Lionel train set. That was something I put together, and I called it the Penn Central Emerald Express, and it sort of just stuck from there. And my Preamble Express, I got that as a Christmas present, I believe, in 1984. And for those who don't know, Preamble Express was a real road name. It was the train that was actually used before the American Freedom Train. Preamble Express was actually used to map out the route for the American Freedom Train. And just like the American Freedom Train, there was two different locomotives that they used. There was I believe, an E8 or E7, and then they used a U-boot, but I don't remember the model number offhand. So that being said, we'll get some stuff running. Well, first development.
Wow, that is so cool. How many trains do you have running there, Sean? Is it 3 or 4? Oh, you got the trolley too. Nice. You guys can still hear me, right?
Yep.
You never
Just
know.
so everyone out there, yeah, everyone else. So, Justin, be thankful for all the train sounds you have today and all your fancy locomotives. Because guys, back in the '80s, all they had was the little maraca sounding tender with the little rocks in it that kind of sounds like someone shaking a little can around, or the old mighty sounds of steam, which all it was is pretty much a shh, shh, shh. That was about it. But I don't know, it's something about that old MPC stuff I love so much. Oh yeah, Shad's got the deep shed too. I have the same one. I gotta ask chat, what is your favorite locomotive on Sean's NPC layout? My eye immediately goes towards that. Man, that's such a good looking GG1. I love that Penn Central GG1.
So while we're running these, I'm going to try and open up the last batch of unboxings, which would include the UWD and somebody got me mailed away. I'm not sure what it is, but it's actually sealed. It's like medical supplies. It's sealed so good.
You're a little choppy there, Craig. It's kind of hard to make out what you're saying.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'm getting some. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Yeah, I was just saying I'm gonna have one last unboxing and go from there.
All right.
So I'm gonna have a little hard time hearing you guys because I have all these trains running. So if I'm gonna continue to do these live streams, I guess I gotta invest in a headphone set and a microphone that goes, like what a speaker uses.
Or you could have like no trains interactively running like me, and then it's pretty quiet.
There you go. That's the cheap way to do it.
Well, I'm trying to correct that. Ooh, cool. Whoa.
We'll move the speaker around to the trains.
I can't remember if anybody in chat knows. I don't know what railroad the Preamble Express was. I don't know if it was a federal train or something like that, or if it had a railroad. I think it was maybe Seaboard or something, or Southern Pacific, or I don't know.
So I think, Sean, maybe what's happening is your one camera is kind of interfering with the other one as far as sound. I don't know. You might want to mute something.
Craig, I believe you have the power to mute one if you think that's causing the issue.
Oh, wow. I have the power, huh? Okay.
I have the power.
I got the power.
That sounds like that might have solved that. I'm not sure if you just did it.
Yeah, I tried. So, Sean, if you can, could you maybe describe some of the post-war engines, some of the cars you've got going on there? I mean, they're really racing. This is like really fast Friday. So,
yeah, you go.
Because they're moving. I'm surprised they're staying on the track. They're going so fast, which is really cool. I think Wally and George could have some competition here with these trains.
Yeah, really.
They're moving fast.
If they ever have Sean go over, he's just got to bring all of his NPC stuff and go win.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there's something about that NPC stuff. It just goes so fast. All my fastest trains are NPC.
I got to tell you, though, Corey, your crashes are some of the best I've ever seen.
Thank you.
Gomez on the family would be proud.
I'll take pride in that.
There you go.
Yeah,
I have to envy your crashes because I don't have any right now.
You will have, maybe you don't want to have any.
After
a while, it starts to become a downer every time a train crashes.
Well, I'll tell you guys something that I'm planning to do with my layout when I get it up and going is I'm going to have race cars on it too. I'm going to have a slot car track on it and be able to race the slot cars on the same layout. So
I thought you were going to say you were going to have a runaway ramp like you see on the highways for any flyaway trains. That'd be handy.
Well, that would be kind of cool too. Yeah.
Yeah, everyone's talking about how much they love that GG1. I love that thing too.
Oh,
it's just something about that sharp Penn Central black that looks so good.
Cool. I don't know. Can Sean hear us? I'm not sure. I think he might just be so drowned out by the noise he can't hear us.
So into it.
But I'll tell you, that's really cool stuff.
I know. I love that land. So cool. And that's
Yeah,
not
I
even
like
a
the
big
length
one.
of it. Yeah, it's long, so it. But these things are going like crazy.
Yeah, I'm surprised though. I've been wanting one of those little Preamble Express F3s for such a long time, and still I haven't looked one up in a little while, but they still don't go for too much, and I've never really gotten one.
Huh.
I'd like to get one for the 4th of July so I can have something else besides my 1776 to run.
So I'll give you guys a hint. I just opened up that thing I got in the mail today. It's something from that's kind of special from Neil Young, so it's kind of cool. Kind of goes along with that ZWD transformer, the Transmaster Control stuff that I got from Ron and stuff. So it's kind of like a little bonus thing, and it just showed up today. So kind of cool.
Everyone's saying the Preamble Express was first pulled by a D&H engine. I'm going to need to see proof on that.
Oh, right, yeah. So anyway, while Sean's running the trains here, I'm going to do another plug, and that's the plug for ours trains, not this Sunday, but next Sunday.
Yep.
We're going to be doing a more sophisticated stream, and I'm going to be on there with Corey. And running his trains and stuff. We're going to do a lot of the same kind of more sophisticated streaming and things like that. So, it's going to be a week from this Sunday, and I'll be on there with Corey, and he can ask me anything he wants, and we'll figure out how to go from there. But it's going to be cool. So you guys got to check into the Sunday run day, not only this weekend on Sunday, because Corey's got something going on with the bunny rabbit stuff, so we're going to have to see what he comes up with this Sunday. But then the following Sunday, we're going to have more of a stream like what's going on today, which I think is going to be really cool. So, anyway,
great way of saying it.
Yeah, that's my plug on that. So, and Sean, are you still there?
Probably hard to hear us.
Yeah. But okay, well, we'll just kind of watch here. This is really cool. And then once Sean's done with this, I'm gonna do my last unboxing, which will be again the ZWD transformer from Ron Milner from. Let me look on the box here. It's from Applied Design Labs. So if you look up Ron Milner, Applied Design Labs, and TMCC, you will see that he is not only the inventor of TMCC, but he also has a patent and is a co-inventor of the Atari 2600.
Yep.
So this guy is he's like an engineer's dream. And when I'm actually going to have another stream in the future where I'm going to try and interview him and get his perspective on how all that came about with Neil Young and all that stuff too. So stuff down the road, but cool stuff. So
all right, now I can hear you guys. I pretty much once the trains are going, I can't hear anything down in the basement. So.
Yeah, so that was really cool, Sean. So give us an idea what trains those were, what engines those were, and what all that stuff was, because boy, Fast Friday, those things were booking.
Oh yeah, I wanted to hold tradition to the Fast Friday that George and Wally started. But like I said, we have the outside train, which was the Penn Central, which was all green. That's an MPC era GG1 with all Penn Central MPC era Lionel trains. So everything on here is all Lionel MPC. I nicknamed that like I mentioned before, the Emerald Express, and then it just sort of stuck from there. Running on the upper loop is what I call my Pennsylvania Flyer. It's not a real set that Lionel put together. That engine was sold separately, and then I bought the cars individual from different hobby shops when I was younger. So that's what was running on an upper figure eight because for some unknown reason I wanted to have a figure eight as an upper level. I don't know why, but I thought it was cool at the time. And then the Preamble Express, which is a Lionel F3 single motor unit, which most of your MPC era stuff was diesel locomotive wise. But they still pulled pretty well for being a single motor unit because they had magnet traction. So I guess they really just needed the single motor. But once again, I got that locomotive in 1984 as a Christmas present. Then most of these trains were either Christmas presents from when I was a kid, or I bought when I got out of high school.
Nice.
And
Cool.
yeah. And then I have the MPC. There's a lot of MPC, what I call copycat of the post-war stuff.
Cool.
Like the icing station, that's MPC era that they copied off of the post-war. The milk car, the animated milk car, that's a copycat of post-war. And I got the generator car from the MPC era, that's a copycat of the post-war era. So there was a lot of stuff that copied off of the post-war, but it wasn't as good quality.
Well, actually, what I have from MPC is I have a lot of the sets that they made, some of the limited sets, and the yellow boxes with all the.
Oh yeah,
and
yeah. I have a couple yellow boxes floating around here somewhere.
yeah, I've got several of those, and also like Whirlpool and Mopar and a lot of those sets that they made that were kind of promotional kind of things. That's my kind of MPC things that I have. So yeah, cool. All right. Well, let's see. We're coming up at the bottom of the hour, so we're about an hour and a half into the stream. So I think what I will try and do here is I have one last unboxing, which is the premiere unboxing. Although, who knows? I hope there's not a lot of peanuts in it, but okay, I don't think there is. But I'm gonna switch over to my unboxing cam, and I'm gonna open up what I hope is a pretty cool thing. Well, let me kind of see. I have a hard time like switching. I'm like a TV producer that's like out of control. So, so I'll be talking, but I'll be showing somebody else. Hey, okay. So anyway, so I'm going to switch over to that, and I'm going to open up these boxes. It's kind of interesting. These boxes. One look, Ron Milner is, like I said, is an absolute genius. Has patents with the Atari 2600. He's got so much knowledge and so much stuff. He's a very good friend of Neil Young. And he just is just a great guy to talk to. I mean, I got this from him, and he and I have been collaborating, and he's been telling me all kinds of stuff. And he's just a great guy out of California. And but if you look at these boxes, it looks like somebody was like a professor in a university boxed something up and sent it to me. So I'll show you. I'll show you this right now, and you'll see what I mean. So all right, so. This is, I'm going to unbox it. So, all right. So this is kind of looks like a file system or something. I'm not sure. And then we've got another box here. He shipped it two different ways. So if you see this, I mean, this is the guy right here. So if you look up this guy. That's his company address, his name and stuff. He is like the guy with TMCC. So I'm gonna open up this one first. I don't know which thing is in what. Boy, this is like hermetically sealed. All right, so I think because I know he shipped me a Transformer 2, he shipped me a. What the heck is this? Okay, so here's the thing. All right, so that's odd. but
It's a box.
we're live. I think this is actually this. So I believe this is actually the power that they used when they were, because he told me he could ship me the power unit so I could power it up and do my stuff. So this doesn't look like anything I've ever seen before, but that's live and that's what it is.
Everybody in the chat is wondering what kind of knife you're using, because when I do an unboxing video, I always explain what kind of knife I'm using.
Okay. So
they're wanting to know what kind of knife you're using, I guess.
So, and also what we have in here is a document that he sent me.
Oh yeah.
See all that, but it's that, which I have not read.
Nice.
And it's kind of his description of what it is and his signature and all that. So I'll have to read that and see what it says.
ZWD.
Yep. So there's that. He was nice enough to write that up for me, because I'm like, maybe you should write something up for me, because if I just get this in the mail and it doesn't come with somebody's signature and authorization or authentication, I might not be able to explain where the heck I got it or what it is. So
yeah, that's true.
So okay, so here's the college box. Wow. Oh, here we go.
Here we go, the item of the hour.
Yeah, so we got this. Oh, what the heck? Okay. Holy crap.
The bonus item then. Or
Yeah.
it was just a box of files and there's no transformer.
Oh my gosh. So there's a whole bunch of stuff. All the design stuff or how they did it.
Wow.
Which I really didn't expect. And here we have the ZWD firmware.
Wow.
Which is what he told me was needed to, if I wanted to upgrade it and do whatever. So, boy, I got a whole heck of a lot more of, wow, look at all this stuff.
Yeah.
And it's
Wow.
all that stuff. That's how they designed all of it. I didn't realize he was sending me all that, but that's cool. All the specs and everything. And then we got a whole heck of a lot more stuff. I think this kind of shows. I don't know if you can see all this, but here's all the schematics. It's how they built.
Man, I just feel smart for looking at that thing.
So anyway, there's a whole freaking thick part of that. So now we get down to, now he told me he couldn't get the lid back on or something, so we kind of taped it up. So we'll see what's going on there.
Yeah, so folks who haven't seen the ZWD, you're in for quite a surprise. This is kind of like your traditional ZW transformer, but with the twist.
Yeah, and he told me he sent me a whole bunch of, I bought the ZWD, but he was so nice. He said, I'm going to send you all this stuff to make it work end to end. So there's some of those.
Are those Train Masters?
Yeah, it looks like them.
Yeah, so, okay. So we got this. I don't know what that says on there, but we got this and that.
Yep, Train Master.
And then looks like we have wow.
Oh, look, now you got yourself TMCC.
Yeah, we got his remote, right? Well, there's no antenna on it, but what can I say? It was all this stuff. And then oh wait, now we got another one with an antenna.
Hey, there you go.
I think he just unloaded all of it. He was just, like I said, he's just a really nice guy. So, okay. So now, let me see. Let me try and get this out of here without dropping it off the table. Okay, but here is ZWD.
Oh yeah, I have seen pictures of that.
Yeah, look at that thing.
With all the buttons on it. Yeah.
And there's a thing on the back. Right here is for the firmware and all the stuff. But the cool thing about this is it's fully operational. If you go out and look on eBay right now, you're going to see a couple of these that are going for like a couple $1,000s that don't work at all. This is actually a fully functional transformer. And then you can see it. Why don't you see here?
And just so I'm right, Craig, this was a transformer that was never released to the public, correct?
Yeah, that's correct. So he and Neil Young collaborated and built this. And Lionel went all the way into prototype. So this is not a prototype. Let me flip it up. This is not a prototype. This is a handmade model that the prototypes were based off of. And he kept this so he could do production support when they went into production, but they never did. And and if this doesn't work, he's the best troubleshooter in the world, right? So
Yeah,
he promised me this is going to work. Now, one of the neat things is when this works, the handles move. If you use the remote or you punch this stuff in, the handles will move as well. So the handles are motorized, and he was telling me that this may be the only one in the world that actually does work and does this, because the prototypes, I don't think those actually work, at least from what he said. So anyway, that is the ZWD transformer. So I'll figure out how to actually hook this up, and I'll have another stream sometime to to make it work. So
Yeah, I like to see that.
So in conjunction with that, it just so happens that today I got this in the mail. This is a Trainmaster.
Hey, all right.
And what you see right there is Neil Young's autograph.
Oh, lucky.
Oh, okay.
Now I actually have another one with Neil's autograph on it too. So I got two of them, and one with Richard Coombs, I think's autograph on it. So these were very rare, dealer only things. In this box that it's in, he shipped it in a box, but these didn't come in boxes. So yeah, that's kind of a bonus item that I didn't realize that I got in the mail today, but that's what it is. So that is the unboxing frenzy for tonight.
Yeah, come on, folks. Come on. Smash that thumbs up. Like that's the least you can do right now. But yeah, those are some fantastic pieces, to say the least. Those are so cool.
Robert says, "Wow, this is so cool, Craig. Thanks for sharing that with us."
Sure. Oh, I still think I got your layout on here too. So I'll remove that, but here we are. Now I need to remove the unboxing cam as well. So, all right, guys. So, wow, that was exhausting. But kind of a fast Friday. I mean, I saw those trains running around. We had such a great time, and I wish, I know George is probably rolling around in that tent right now trying to get a connection or something to dial into us, but they never, they got the link, but they never actually tried to or could join. So I understand that. But anyway, so you guys have anything else you want to show or do tonight? I mean, you guys are open to do whatever you guys want to do. We got probably another 20 minutes or so before 2 hours is up. So if you guys got something you want to show, something you want to do, let me know.
I'll let Corey go first because I know he said he might have to scoot.
I don't think I have to go anymore, but I can't.
I think Corey couldn't leave. Corey was like really interested in what was going on tonight. So
I had to see that thing.
he
Though.
probably
That's
had a
such
hot date
cool-
or something on a Friday night, and he had to make a
boycotted
call
it for the
He had to
ZWD.
make a call off camera and just say, "I got to stay here on Fast Friday."
Babe, you don't understand. He's unboxing a ZWD. But I'm not sure. I know there's a few people who are still talking about the Atlas MTH thing. So, Craig, I haven't heard your input on the situation. You being very big into MTH and stuff. So, I'm sure there's a few people who would like to see what you think about the whole Atlas O and MTH thing.
Well, that's interesting. That's a good topic. Well, as all of you know, or some of you know, I think I spent. I made 4 trips out to MTH to get this layout. After I bought it, after I bought the showroom layout, I'm like, wasn't sure what the heck I did, but it took 4 trips out there to get it. All back here, but I got to know a guy by the name of Mark Hipp, who's the basically the VP of production. He's a guy that you wouldn't see. He's not in marketing or sales, so you wouldn't really see him very much. But he had some good insight when I was out there. I was very careful because I saw Mike a couple times going in and out of the building. We said hi to each other. I've known Mike from years past and stuff, but I really avoided trying to interview or just say, "Hey, what's going on?" I just try to be really sensitive to that. As I'm taking your layout out of your showroom, it's just I didn't feel right doing that. But I did talk to Mark after the announcement of Atlas taking over or taking some of the molds and some of the engines and stuff like that. And I called him up, and what I said was, "Oh, hey, Mark, and then I heard MTH was going to be staying in business in some ways. So I called him up and I said, "Hey, Mark, I'm not sure if I should congratulate you or say I'm sorry or whatever, because Mr. Muffins published something that said that MTH is working with them for the rest of the year and ongoing with that." So if you look at Mr. Muffin's trains, there's a blog out there that said that they're working with MTH on new stuff throughout the rest of this year and into the future. So, and being the VP that he is, which is good, he wasn't really going to give me much information, but he did say that things aren't decided yet completely, but he sounded pretty optimistic that MTH is going to be continuing on. I can't say for sure, and don't want to say anything wrong, but they're going to stay in business, I think, in a smaller form with some of the, like the steam engines and some of that stuff that they still have the molds for. And I think they're going to reemerge as a smaller kind of company. May or may not be called MTH, probably not. But so, I mean, that's kind of where it stands. I mean, I ordered the two quote unquote last big boys from MTH that are due out from them, I think, later this summer. And it's funny that they're being shipped to Mike Wolf's house. And my first reaction was, now that's really Mike's train house because they're going to his house, and then he's shipping them out from there. Now it's been a month or two ago that I knew that, so I'm not sure if that's still the case, but I know for sure that Mike is getting out of the business. He's been a great ambassador, to the hobby, and but I think it's all good news. I think Atlas, I think they're going to do what they do best and get better. MTH, I think, is going to be around for a long time to come, even a more streamlined kind of thing. And all the DCC, DCS, all that stuff, all their stuff is going to continue, I think. And, I think that's what's great, because as much as I love Lionel, and actually before I bought the MTH showroom layout, I had probably 99.99% Lionel and about 0.001% MTH. So I've always been a Lionel guy. I grew up with it, and that's just what I've stuck with. But they need competition, right? That's what this hobby needs for innovation and and to keep the prices relatively in check. So that's my little speech on MTH, and we'll see what happens. But I do have some contacts out there that I can, call out and see. But I try and be very judicious with what I do with that. So, so anyway, guys, anything else you want to talk about? I'm still waiting for Wally to roll out of his tent and get with us or something. I don't know.
Last minute.
Yeah, I don't think that's probably not going to happen because, like I said, last I read in the chat, he said he could hear us, but he couldn't see. So they might not have very good.
Well, originally, it was funny. Originally, when I talked to them yesterday, they're like, "Oh, you know what? They have good internet out here, and I think we can actually do it from the hotel." And I'm like, and I had to explain to them a few engineering technical things that you might not want to do that, and that's why we did it this way. So I think it was a good decision.
Yeah,
I know they wanted to. They're troopers. They wanted to go. They wanted to do it from out there. But anyway, so
yeah. Sometimes you just gotta find other avenues, I guess.
So, all right, guys. I don't know. Does anybody have on the chat have any questions or?
I've been looking, but I don't see too many questions rolling through.
Hey, we got OG George.
Oh, okay, cool.
Grandpa George. We're just about to wrap up the stream here, but thank you for listening in. We don't know quite where the GFW crew is besides taking a well-needed vacation, but thank you for swinging by.
Oh, I love that intro and that thing that he put on there with Wally in the tent. I was just cracking up today when I saw that.
George looked like he needed more sleep.
Yeah, and then of course Wally's like, yeah, he's got that insert at the beginning.
Friday.
It's Friday.
Speaking of Atlas, for those who are Atlas O fans, some of you may not know this, but Public Delivery Track had got Atlas to do a special custom run for them of the Farmers Co-op pink hopper cars, and I actually ordered a couple myself, so I'm actually looking forward to them. Supposedly, Atlas does have a hold of them. They made 6 different road names, and there's a very interesting story behind why, or actually 2 different stories of why the Farmers Co-op hoppers were pink. So one story is the Farmers Co-op was looking for, because most of these co-ops buy their own hopper cars, believe it or not. They own them. Some of them are owned and some of them are leased.
Yeah.
But supposedly the one story goes that this farmer takes his wife and they visit this hopper car facility, and they're looking at these hopper cars for their co-op facility. And the guy says, okay, I don't know how many they bought, but they bought them. And the first thing the manufacturer asked them was, what color do you want them in? And the farmer had no idea. So he turns to his wife and he asks her. And she points to a car and she goes, I want it that color. And that particular car was in a pink primer. So that's how one story goes. And I forgot how the second one goes, but it was very interesting, I thought, anyway.
That's pretty neat. That's what I always find so interesting, too. Those are some of my actual more favorite pieces of rolling stock, the little co-op hoppers, because I don't know why. I find them so personal, like, oh, this was some farm's livelihood or something, So
yes.
Here and there on the CP or NS, I'll see one go by and I'll go crazy over it. Like not too long ago, I saw a little farmers co-op of like something Nebraska go by. I'm like, oh, that's so cool.
Nebraska. So they've done 6 different road names of co-ops, and this is supposed to be like a start of a series. How many more they're going to come out with, I don't know, but it's a special custom run to Public Delivery Track only. That's the only place you can buy them from. But like I said, they've done 6 different road names. I don't know all the names, but Nebraska was one of them. Farmers Co-op was another. but I can't remember the rest. But I just thought they were neat, and you've seen a lot of them out, especially in the West Coast. I mean, you can pull up pictures on Google and see strings of these pink Farmers Co-op popper cars.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah, just can't imagine how hard it is, especially for all those farms that only own one. So that must have taken hours to switch just to get that one little hopper right, then to go deliver it. But I don't know why, it's something so cool. And I got to make it out to the Midwest and that western side of I don't know, those old railroads. But I'm not sure if you guys have seen just some of those pictures where they'll have like all the hoppers like Dakman's saying, but they'll also have like just tons and tons of all these grain silos right next to the track. I remember seeing a Burlington Northern one where they just have like, I don't know, miles of grain silos with all those little hoppers. I don't know. It's just something so odd yet cool about that. Because up here in upstate New York, we don't get any room for all those silos and all that stuff.
Right. And grain facilities themselves, the modern day grain facility has changed because they don't just use a yard anymore. They actually have facilities out west that they load in a loop and then return. So instead of shoving cars into a rail yard, they actually pull the train through a grain elevator, and then it does a complete loop and then goes back out again.
Huh, that's unique.
Yeah. There's about 2 or 3 co-ops that are set up that way.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah, that's what I love. That's what I love, especially with Sean. You know so much about the real life railroad and stuff. I'm not sure, Craig, about how much you know, but it's so cool.
How about how much I don't know?
Yeah, we'll phrase it that way. But that's what I just love. That's what I just love, though. Hearing all these cool things, like little tidbits about railroads and how, I never knew this was meant to do that. So maybe, that'll be a thing, Craig, to do from now on. You got to have Sean on. And at the end of the stream, we could do like a little railroad. Did you know tidbit about railroad stuff? That'd actually be really fun, though. I know on the crossed anchor streams, the STEM ones, I love those ones. You guys do a great job. But I love all the little fun facts you learn about little trains, or not little trains, but that big trains. But I don't know, the stuff you know about that I find so cool. Like I remember the DPUs. That one still sticks with me. You know.
Oh yeah, that's one of my favorite trains to run as a DPU. I got a coal drag that'll run as a DPU. So I'll have 2 locomotives up front, 2 in the back, and 1 in the middle on my coal drag, and they're all 4 out of the 5 are powered.
Wow, really? That's good. I could imagine that's how many cars can you pull with all that?
Generally, I just added another 6, so I believe I'm up to 50 hopper cars now on the coal drag.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. With my 2 little, I can't really do very good DPU things because I don't have any real command control locomotives. So it's so hard to speed match 2 NPC locomotives. First off, get them going in the same direction, and then having to put one in the middle of the train. So I tried doing that the other day with my RS3s, and man, that's so hard to do. I could only pull about 33 box cars before the train would wreck. I don't know. It was just so weird trying to get those things going together. But it's a lot of fun, though. That's what I love a lot about That's what I love about model trains, is replicating the real life railroad world onto your layout. Fun fact, actually, before we get going. One of my good friends, Matt, he is going for a completely real HO railroad. So it's going to be PTC and CTC on a big, like his layout's pretty big, you know. So all the signals are going to be just like real life, not like, I don't know, like your standard little Lionel signal, you know. But these are all going to have all these different controls. You can control the switches remotely, of course. And the fun part about it is you can actually, so you guys know the, what do you call them? Like the system maps on trains where you'll have the little colored lines and just the little tiny things to show a siding or a spur. It'll just kind of show the little train going along. His HO railroad is going to have that. So I could be sitting from the comfort of my own home and dispatch trains just like a real life railroad, almost 100% real, like on his little HO layout. So, well, not little at all, but it's just so cool seeing that replication. And then he's got like tons and tons of, I don't know, like I could go on forever about his impressive collection. But Yeah,
And-
it's just so cool.
Train fan wants to know: does he have a YouTube?
Nah,
channel?
TrainFan, no, he doesn't, but he has a Facebook page called Upstate Custom Models. Or also, it's another one he has is I believe it's D&H North End in HO scale, something like that. I'm sure you can find it, but those are both on Facebook. But Matt is doing such an impressive job, so I can't wait to see what the end product of that looks like. I know I can't replicate that though. As much as I'd love to have other people run trains on my thing, I know eventually it'll go wrong. Someone do something bad.
All right.
Cool. All right, guys. Well, I think unless you guys have anything else, I think we're going to wrap up tonight. I appreciate you guys coming on. You bailed me out.
Appreciate you inviting us. I had fun,
Yeah.
and I think this is a great live stream tonight.
Yeah, we got to do this again. That's for sure. More to come down the road for sure. So I appreciate you guys, and hopefully Wally and George are hanging out and having fun, and they'll be able to watch this and enjoy it themselves. So, all right, one more thing I want to plug one more time. This Sunday will be Corey in his bunny kind of costume thing, but the Sunday the Sunday after, I'm going to be on his stream in Sunday Run Day, and we're gonna experiment with some new technology and things, sort of like what we did tonight. So I think it's a good thing. So, and Sean, I appreciate it. I'm going to reach out to you too. I know we haven't connected yet, directly on some stuff, but I got some great things I want to talk to you about, and
Okay.
to the future. So, well, thanks, guys. I'm going to go ahead and wrap up, and I appreciate it.
All righty.
Yep, likewise.
Sounds good.
Thank you again
All right.
so much for having us on.
Bye.
See you later,
Thank
everybody.
you. We'll see you, everybody.
Oh wait, almost looks like my hand is Craig's right there.
There you go.
What? Oh, almost. There you go.